Well, this eBay purchase of a Fossil watch just brought a few flaws. Firstly, the band has a separated linkage. Secondly, and I didn't notice this in the auction images, the bezel is missing a gemstone near the crown. And thirdly, I went to put it on and noticed that the clasp opened in the opposite direction to all the other Fossil watches. Really, I would just need to flip around this clasp mechanism, so not the biggest deal. Let's start by using some gentle heat to remove the residue of an old sticker. I prefer Goo Gone to remove the remaining adhesive. And as long as we're at it, we might as well get rid of the years of wrist sweat and debris, I guess, hiding within the remainder of the strap. Yeah, that's a little better. Now I could fire up the Makita polisher like on some of the other videos, but let's just hand polish this metal with some vehicular compound. First with the clean cut and then with the finishing compound. Actually, it didn't take much and there's a brilliant shine coming off this stainless steel. Alright, let's address the broken linkage. Gosh, it's hard not to admire this beautiful reflection. Anyways, these linkage pins are symmetrical, which is uncommon when it comes to Fossil watches. Typically the arrows point in one direction, but as you can see here they point in two directions, which means you can push the pin out either direction. And you can see these arrows on the inner strap. Hammering out the neighboring pin, I discovered that the broken linkage is due to a shortened linkage pin. Kinda interesting. That means we're gonna lose one strap segment when we put it all back together. This Fossil also has a less common pressure fit case. Typically I see the screw-off backs, which you can use a case wrench. For this one, locate that notch and pry the cover off. And the usual plastic retainer can be removed. And then I want to zoom in and show you this, because it is very important. In order to remove the crown, depress the slotted lever when the crown is pushed all the way in. Doing so will allow the crown to release from the case. This really should come out effortlessly. If you feel like you have to force it, you're doing something incorrectly. Alright, now this Fossil watch, along with every other Fossil watch that I've run across, contains an inexpensive high-density acrylic crystal, which is great for shatter resistance, but will display surface scratches. Using a crystal press from Esslinger, let's remove the old one and replace it with a more luxurious, ultra clear, and highly scratch resistant sapphire. When choosing your crystal, at least for this one, it's going to be a flat plain style, and it's just going to be big enough to stay within the inner casing. Your ringed place will be just larger than the new sapphire's diameter. Sapphires come in various shapes and sizes. I'm going to keep with the flat plain style, same as the original. Make sure the Made in China sticker is facing outward before centering in the press. This will take a bit of pressure, so squeeze and then rotate. And then squeeze a little more and rotate again until you have a uniform appearance. It really should produce a nice tight fit. If fingerprints are visible, use glass cleaner followed by some compressed air before putting things back together. One other very important piece, make sure the notch on the case cover faces out. I like to position it just above or just below the crown. If you position it along the strap line, well, they can be very difficult to remove. Unlike pressing in the crystal, the cover will require very little pressure. And once again, the notch is right here. A quick check with the thermal diamond tester reveals the gemstones to be cubic zirconia, so not real diamonds. Let's get out our various size gemstone pouch. These are available on Amazon for like dirt cheap. I've never actually used this B7000 adhesive before, so don't judge me please. But I have to say, after using it once, I really love it. The liquid spreads ultra smooth and remains clear even in UV light with an excellently durable bond. Alright, after letting the B7000 set for 48 hours, let's pop out that pin strap and reposition the clasp so that it is oriented correctly, or at least the way I appreciate it. Don't forget, you always want to have the case as centered as possible, leaving approximately the same number of strap links on either side. Actually, this was a fun refurbish, enhance, whatever you want to call it, video to make. But they do take time to put together, so if you appreciate them, please let me know. Just a little background on the watch. It's an ES2240 with traditional quartz mechanics, so like really accurate. I wouldn't exactly consider it super rare. These things are frequently available on auction sites for between like 30 and 40 bucks. However, I typically see them with leather straps instead of the metal ones, so maybe that makes it a little more unique. At the end of the day, I get a kick out of wearing a fossil watch with a sapphire crystal. It's almost like an unspoken secret. Hey, now we get to peel off that Made in China sticker, and she's good to go. Like I mentioned earlier, at some point I'll use the Makita polisher and buff out all these scratches, but actually I want to test the strength of this adhesive first, having never used it before. Flash forward, now you're looking at the watch 4 months later. The gemstone is still in place and the watch has been working great. Truthfully, I know it's technically a lady's watch, but I wear it almost every other day and only get compliments. Thanks for joining me, guys. If you liked the video, do all the things, you know how to do it. We'll catch you in the next one.